Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just wanted everybody out there to know that there is a very valid reason why most people, especially children and some young adults, are completely disgusted by the sight of a decaying corpse or a rotten dead animal on the side of the road, especially like a bloated raccoon that's been swelling in the summer heat for hours upon hours or maybe a couple days, and it's got maggots spewing forth from its belly, or disgusting looking worms crawling out of its butthole, or its eyeballs completely no longer apparently eyeballs, but maggoty filled bags of pus. Yeah, that stuff's disgusting, and it's something that inherently, as human beings, we are revolted by and want nothing to do with, and would like to steer clear of by any means necessary. Now, that, my dear, is evolution at work. I mean, it's taken years and millennia and millions of years, in fact, for us as a species to become disgusted and deplored by such sights and smells. And good reason for it, because if we were not disgusted by such things, well, we would go stick our fingers in that and play around with it as if it's a new form of Play-Doh and something to build a sandcastle with. Now, for our ancient ancestors that did do that disgusting type of thing, well, they got sick and died, and they did not procreate, unfortunately for them. Fortunately for us, because those that found that stuff deplorable, well, they did get to live on and procreate, and yeah, here we are today. And it's ingrained in our physiology, it's ingrained in our psychology that things like that are truly deplorably disgusting, and for good reason. It also gives rise to the reasoning as to why we bury our dead 6 feet deep underground. Most of us on this earth do not know why we inherently do this as a ritual. Why 6 feet deep? Well, we just do. Why cremate our dead in other countries such as India? Well, because we've done it forever. It's what our grandparents did. It's what our ancestors did. It's just what we've done. Most people have no idea why that their ancestors did that, or why it's a ritual, or why it has a cultural significance. But I argue to say that it has to do with what's ingrained in us as a human being. It's it's just genetics. It's genetics. It's inherent within us. It's instinctual at this point in time. I hazard to guess that if you dropped off a group of school children in the woods, enough of them so that they were able to survive into young adulthood, and a couple of them started dying off, and you hadn't taught them about what to do with their dead, I believe that a couple amongst the group might have the smarts to either burn the dead or to take their dead and carry it off far, far, far away from where they were living, or even perhaps bury the dead to get it away from them, because inherently they would find it disgusting, deplorable, the smell just revolting, and they would just inherently, instinctually know that it was not good for their health to keep that dead, rotting corpse around. Okay. And if you even look back further back in time, to the Egyptians, they found another way aside from burying, burning, um, or cremation, burial. And the third way that they came up with, as we all know, is drying them out and preserving them that way. Um, and I hazard to guess that there's an even fourth way that might have been done at some point in antiquity that is yet to be found, or maybe it has been found and I just don't know about it, is perhaps salting the dead and preserving them that way, so that on their wedding anniversaries or whatever, they can remove the salt and give that loved one of theirs a big smooch on the crusty lips. You never know. But yeah, that's my take on burial of the dead and disposing of our loved ones after they've died, and how that has to do nothing with ritualistic humanity, as we're so smart that we have a spiritual connection to burying our dead in a special magical way. No, it isn't anything like that. In fact, it is just like an animal. It's instinctual. It's instincts. It's in our DNA. It's coded into us as human beings. We're just animals, just like all the other animals on this earth. The birds, the bees, the cats, the trees, the rabbits, the bunnies, the dogs, the alligators, the pussy willows, the snakes, the butthole rangers, everything, you know? So yeah, that's my 2 cents for today. And if you don't like the things I say, well, you can go suck an egg and take that egg, suck it real good, and then spit it out and then sit on it. Okay? All right. As an instinct. Like, that's an instinctual act as well. Yeah. Sucking an egg and sitting on it. I've done it. I'm sure everybody who's instinctually inclined to do so has done it as well. And I got chocolate on my face. Because I'm awesome.